within the cycle of duality, you have had many lives, and when you look back you will probably find that they've been some of the most testing and difficult you have had. The reason is that you have gone through some of the lowest vibrations that you have ever experienced. It has meant that you felt more separated from the source than any previous lives, and have lived largely through the instinct of survival. Those bringing light to the earth had the challenge of grounding it, and helping bring some balance between it and the dark energies. At times the depths of darkness were reached, and man looked to have lost any hope of recovery. However, those higher beings in control of the plan for man had other ideas and gradually turned the tide so that the light made progress. It was not until more recent times that it started to become more evident and gain influence. In spite of the continual warring between countries, the light was beginning to empower those who came to Earth to bring about much-needed changes. In the midst of chaos and disaster, it started to recreate the grids of light around the Earth. They have since become powerful points of light that radiate out around it. The result is that light groups have formed that have been able to enlighten the people to the truth, and today you stand at the doorway to full enlightenment. Looking back eons of time, it was known that this time would signal the end of the cycle of duality. It was a promise that was made from the very earliest times when you first started to incarnate, and why you have always known intuitively that it would be so. Some past civilizations have destroyed themselves almost without trace, and you who are on Earth today are one and the same souls. You were determined to ensure that the end times would result in your ascension, and not destruction. Here you are on the verge of a great upliftment that has been achieved through hard work and dedication to light and love. You have gained vast experience which you can use to help others who are faced with similar challenges to what you have experienced. Life is about learning lessons through your chosen experiences, knowing that you would be using them by serving the light. The object is to bring souls together, so that they may once again become part of the oneness that all are part of. However, ascension means a separation at the physical level, so that each soul can continue on its present path. Some are already in an expanded state of consciousness and on their desired path for ascension, whilst others have not entertained the thought because they are not finished with duality. It is a free will choice that you have all made, and must therefore allow others to proceed accordingly. No one is really left behind, and they will greatly benefit from their experiences so far. Evolution never ends until you finally return to the source, and even then new cycles of experience are introduced. That is not, however, in your immediate sight, and you have a long way to go before you reach it. God has created an infinite number of universes, and you can choose to start an entirely new experience if you so desire. The future that awaits you is full of wonder and excitement, and you will find never-ending expressions of the light and its magical powers to create. Life on Earth bears little, if any, resemblance to what you are about to move into, but you will very easily take to becoming a galactic being. You are about to return to your true home amongst the stars and reunite with your true families. Your Earth experiences are but an excursion from your place in the higher dimensions, to which you are returning very shortly. As we often inform you, there is so much coming your way that will lift you up to great heights. Once ascended, unless for some reason you choose to spend time in the new third dimension prepared for those who do not ascend, you will never have to return to it. You have all but finished with the lower vibrations, and many souls are able to protect themselves against the lower energies. You only need to place a band of white light around you as your defense. Having done so, you will need to avoid expressing any negative tones in speech, as these are likely to break up your protection and make you vulnerable to them. The best way is to keep focused upon all that is of the light, and keeping ascension in your sights is one way to do it. So many people are still carrying baggage that needs to be dealt with, and will keep coming back to them until it is cleared. It will come at you in the way of challenging thoughts when in fact you now know that you are beyond what they are inciting you to do. Talk to that other person that keeps reminding you of such things and be firm, and tell it to be gone as it does not interest you anymore. You are being tempted to see if you have overcome whatever the problem is, and if you reject it often enough it will disappear. Some of you have much karma to clear, and it is why you are busy carrying out your cleansing. It can of course involve others, and often you can work together to deal with whatever it is. Previous relationships often bring people together again for the very purpose of helping each other achieve it. Understand that you agree to do the hard work getting yourself ready for ascension, but you are never without help. Indeed, every soul has its helpers, even those who indulge in the lower energies. Each soul is still of the light and never deserted, as all have the capability to work their way back to it. Remember that the only reason you are experiencing both the light and the dark is because you are in duality and have sought to understand how the two can help your evolution. Naturally, the final goal is to be able to overcome the dark energies by rising above them. Many of you now stand tall and know you have achieved it, and your place in the ascended realms is assured. I am Kenneth from Sirius, and I feel our levels of consciousness becoming more in harmony as you seek the truth and expand your own levels. Many more of you will find such advancement in the weeks that are left, as an endless supply of light continues to be beamed to Earth. With the coming input from the alignment of your sun and the great central sun, you will experience a substantial rise of light and be aware of it.